Los Angeles. Welcome to Good Morning LaLaLand. I'm Dr. Erin.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jezza Moye. This is Good Morning LaLaLand, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Also available on Apple TV, Roku, and Twitch.
Almost forgot what day of the week it is. It's hashtag a Transformation Tuesday, right?
I feel you on that.
We're going to talk about change your inner circle, transform your life. We come together each morning to know the truth, live on spiritual principle, have some amazing friends, and have some amazing guests.
I know. I can't wait for the conversations today. We're looking forward to them.
Oh, absolutely. 'Tis the season for transformation in all things glamour here in Los Angeles. Good morning, everyone, back in the studio. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm so excited to welcome back to the show Ms. Serena DC, hot
Hey.
Netflix hit Instant Hotel. Good morning, Serena.
Good morning, guys. How are you all?
We're excited to have you back and welcome back in the season of love. So here on Good Morning LaLaLand, you know the routine. We like to know what your morning routine is. Is there anything you're doing differently this year than you were doing last?
No. So normally when I wake up, I grab my phone and hop on my socials and check to see if there's been any action. Generally, there hasn't. Then I go down to the refrigerator, grab a Red Bull, and basically straight into my office to start work. So, yeah, pretty rock star lifestyle I'm leading right here.
Love it. Truth bombs. We love the truth bombs.
Oh, absolutely. The gorgeous Haley is in the house, hot off Netflix and Good Trouble. Good morning, Haley.
Good morning.
Oh, how are you today?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Oh, you know, we're one mind. I love you in that blush pink. That's what Erin says, we're one mind. Yeah. So what's your morning routine like? How do you start your day?
Well, first I brush my teeth. And then I always play music. Let's see, this morning I played Janet Jackson, The Knowledge. I play music, I dance, I stall a little bit, but who doesn't? And then I finally get to, the shower.
Fantastic. Love Janet Jackson.
Right? She's mastered the basics. I really like that. Yeah. All of our guests, like 90%, they're like, I meditate for 14 hours. I'm perfect, and then I start my day. You take a shower, you listen to good music. You and I wrote a lot of lives.
That's right. Fresh breath, fresh music. What else do you need?
Sherry Levy is in the house. She has mastered transformation, and she is an outstanding functional medicine practitioner. Good morning, Sherry.
Good morning. I'm so excited to be here. Sexy, strong life to you. That's what I'm going to be talking about. And what I do in the morning is I wake up and I go outside, get some sun, and reset my circadian rhythm. And then I do some dancing, and then I get in the shower.
Sunshine, love that.
Yeah, dancing in the sunshine.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, at least we can finally do that again. It stopped raining.
Yeah, much better to dance in the sunshine than the rain.
I don't know.
Well, you gotta dance in the rain, right?
Okay.
There's a whole musical about that.
Awesome, good for you.
I only want to dance in the rain if it's in Paris. And two of my favorite Parisian designers are here in-house. Faye and Hisham, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being with us today. You may recognize them from one of the recent issues of Focus magazine. Yes. We featured them. They have an incredible fashion house here in Beverly Hills and also in Paris. So how do you start your day? I have a feeling a lot goes into what you're wearing.
Yeah, so what I'm wearing, I decided like the night before, so that's not part of like the morning ritual for me, but I'm doing something different this year. Is I'm not checking my phone for the first 30 minutes of my day, which been like it's been a hustle for me. It's not easy, but yeah, I start more with my coffee and then some very, very loud music to just start the day. So that's pretty much it.
What tunes are you jamming to this morning?
I've been jamming to Katy Perry this morning, which is like very weird. I didn't like listen to her for such a long time, but yeah, that was a good pickup for today.
I love some Katy Perry.
Absolutely, great way to start the day.
What about you, Faye? What's your morning routine like?
Well, actually, I wake up in the morning, first thing my coffee. I look at the view over the hills, and I wait for the coffee to open up my brain. When my brain is open, close it, and then I spend like an hour, 1 hour and a half choosing what I should wear to pick up, because as we say in French, too much choice, no choice. So yeah, so it gets me a very long time to pick up what I have to wear, and then I came here.
Oh, that's fantastic. She summarized Barry Schwartz's book, Paradox of Choice, in like 4 words. Unbelievable. That's exactly what he wrote an entire book about.
Yeah. Well, we had the conversation even yesterday. Fashion can be in style, a reflection of your soul. Yeah. These are two of the most soulful people I have ever met. Absolutely fabulous.
Thank you.
Well, we are so excited to welcome Marta to the show. She is an Oscar-nominated actress. She just won the Goya, which is the Spanish Oscars. Good morning.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me here. I'm so glad about that. What I can tell you is that when I woke up, I drink coffee, and then I drink more coffee, and then sometimes I drink more coffee. And I'm here.
Yes. The whole world runs on coffee, clearly.
Uh-huh. Well, thank you all so much for being here. We're excited to know more about you and your journeys later in the show.
Nice. All these guests, so beautiful. And everyone's in pink. I think it's a Valentine. Love is in the air for sure.
It's true.
That whole pink thing going on. My favorite color.
I feel like you got to be on brand.
I gotta be on brand.
Season.
Thanks you guys for showing up on my brand. I emailed all of them. Make sure you're in pink.
She came in the studio and she goes, "Oh, you're wearing my color."
That's fantastic. Right? She patented it.
I claim it.
Yeah.
I claim it.
Jay-Z patented color. He did patent like a blue.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I love that dress, by the way.
Oh, thank you
Really beautiful.
very, very much. And thank you very much to a dear friend of mine, Lindsley, for this beautiful pink cardigan today.
Right?
Yes.
Nice.
So what's going on? We have a lot going on this week, right? We have the magazine.
Yes.
Party.
The next issue of Marie Westwood magazine is launching tomorrow at the Fashion House of Fanhisham, the Royals Paris. If you can join us, the guest list is VIP, but you might catch us on the red carpet. There's going to be some great press. It's right outside on Cannon, so it'll be a good time.
Fantastic.
I love Beverly Hills, I gotta say.
Yes.
It's so beautiful.
It is so beautiful.
Speaking of
it's
life
pristine.
in the 90210, yesterday was practically legendary for me here at the Focus TV studios. On one of our sister shows, The Real Housewives of Hollywood, Tori Spelling was a guest. And Ian Ziering was in the house. I was freaking out. I mean, I've had the opportunity and the pleasure of interviewing so many celebrities here in Hollywood, but those two were like such crucial parts of my childhood. I've seen like every episode of 90210 at least 3 times. I was like, oh, Steve. It was all I could do not to take a picture.
We were sitting here on our computers, and Tanya Mammy and Jazz and I, and all of a sudden they goes, and so-and-so, and Tori Spelling, and I look at her and go, oh, I didn't even know she was in the building. It was hilarious.
So cool.
Yeah, blast from the past,
oh my gosh.
really.
And I love Ian's wife, Erin. She's fantastic.
Oh,
so sweet.
She really is. We are absolutely #community powered here at Focus TV. So there are very exciting, there's 52 other shows on the network.
Yes.
So
Wow,
be sure to also check out.
I'm out of the loop. I don't know what's going on around here.
You better catch up.
But I know this. I know that there's this incredible community here, and I just want to honor you guys. You know, talking about if we want to really transform our life, one of the greatest things we could do is change our environment, which really is changing our inner circle. And I really want to give a shout out to you guys, but I especially want to give a shout out to Rob, because Rob, I'll never forget when I met you 15 years ago. So I had a friend in Miami, and we were down, and we connected. And we talked for years on the phone, just for like hours, like about consciousness and stuff.
Yeah.
It was bizarre, really, if you think about it, looking back.
Yeah, it's so interesting. I don't know, we met at a place called Duraku, right, at the sushi restaurant, because I was like always there. And we met through a friend, Lee Dahlberg.
Lee Dahlberg, we love you.
Yeah, Lee Dahlberg, probably saw him on Shark Tank. And you know, it was just like one of those meetings when instantly I was like, oh wow, we have a lot to talk about, a lot in common. And we started just having these spiritual conversations that lasted years and years and years.
Do you know that we didn't even see each other back in person for 10 years?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Is that
at
not
least
weird?
10 years.
We would talk on the phone for hours and hours, and then we didn't even actually see each other physically for 10 years.
Yeah.
And then you finally moved here. I was like, get your ass.
You were so, yes, you were so pivotal in that move. Thank you so much for that. And it's so true. I remember when you were actually saying, hey, I've decided to get my doctorate of divinity. And that was so many years ago.
I know, right? Isn't it interesting? And then Jazz has taught me so many things. You know, people always talk a lot about the show and da-da-da. And I think it's so cool how we all bring different gifts and stuff. But Jazz, you've taught me so much about the entertainment industry, about collaboration and everything. And you're so talented at how you keep everyone's name straight. I'm like, I have no idea how she does it.
Photographic memory. Are you kidding me right now? Photographic memory.
Totally.
If there's anything you want to remember, just tell Jess.
Right? And
she'll remember forever.
Give a shout out to, of course, Andy Waldman, who is the executive producer here, and just how much he's taught us about just consistency and showing up and just knowing that it's going to unfold perfectly. Exactly how.
What do you call it, Jess? Entrepreneurial night school?
Yes. I'm learning how to be an entrepreneur, to think like a business woman. That motion creates emotion, to just make a decision. it's changed my life.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Through and through.
Right.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's important, the people that you surround yourself with.
Yeah, well, even epigenetics. I mean, they talk a lot about we have a genetic code, but it can be reformulated by the environment that we choose to put ourselves in, right?
Absolutely.
I'm sure there's a lot of positive psychology on that.
Well, yeah, even the thoughts you think turn on and off DNA, right? So you can literally turn on and off, I mean, that's how you turn on and off hormones. So the thoughts you think, the people you surround yourself with, the environment in which you live, all of that turns on and off your genetic code.
Right.
Talk about transformation.
Yes.
That's kind of
Some
terrifying.
people turn you on, some people turn you off.
In more ways than one. Yeah, at a genetic level.
For sure.
Well, it's really interesting because we were having that conversation with Lance Essios yesterday on his podcast, The University of Adversity. Stay tuned for those upcoming episodes. I know you're going to be on, and you've already been on the show. And we were really talking about how our inner circle and how our physical being can really truly affect us emotionally and mentally on such deep levels. So when you are facing some sort of adversity, whether it be a physical disability or something you're struggling with, even depression, it can affect you in all areas of your life.
Right. That's right. A large part of that is just simply a result of emotional contagion. We know emotion is the most contagious element on the planet. So when I'm happy, you feel a little bit of that, and then that trickles beyond, and has a ripple effect beyond you, at least 5-6 people.
Right.
So yeah, it's incredible.
I remember one of my friends being like, people either bring you up or down. I remember just hearing that and being like, it's kind of true. Like, it's not, I mean, yeah, I guess there's some that kind of keep you neutral, but really, truly, it's really expanding you or bringing you down.
Absolutely.
So,
or they're mirroring what you need to see in yourself.
For sure.
And I can definitely say I've experienced that in certain friendships and relationships. When we come into each other's lives, I see so clearly what I assume are the faults in someone else, right?
Yeah.
They drive me crazy. If you would just change this, and I think, oh my gosh, it's an exact reflection of myself.
You spot it, you got it.
Oh.
You spot it, you got it. It's one of Erin's lines, and she's been saying that for years.
I love it. So true. So it's a tough thing. This thing called waking up. You got to actually take responsibility. It's a freeing thing and not a so free.
That's right. Freedom comes with responsibility. But responsibility in terms of being able to respond constructively, positively, effectively. Not just responsibility in terms of something that's like guilt-laden or full of condemnation.
Responsibility.
That's right.
Love it. All right. Well, I think we should talk to our guests about how they are responding and making great waves out here in Hollywood. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome to your home for talk. I'm Jezza Moyer, and this is EverTalk TV, America's first live streaming video talk show platform. This week on EverTalk, our shows were filled with positivity, enlightenment, Insta fame, Insta scandals, and binge-worthy conversations. Let's take a look.
Today's guest dislikes titles. Although he is an amazing, talented actor and a real-life Viking, he prefers to be valued by how many belly laughs he can get you to have in the shortest amount of time.
Hi everyone, I'm Erin Ziering, and this is The Housewives of Hollywood. You might think you know The Housewives, but it's not rosé all day, Pilates, and finding the best nannies. It's women supporting women, and today I have a very special guest, and we might have to change the name just to Housewives of Beverly Hills for Tori Spelling. Tori, thank you so much for coming on. Oh my gosh, anything for you.
Hello, I'm Lauren Francesca.
I'm Brad Grunberg.
And you're watching
How to Start.
Well, I ask all my guests, and you know I'm about to ask you, what is your golden secret?
I mean, it's so simple. You know, you just be the person you want to be around.
Who knew, that like 20 years later we'd be running a beauty empire together, empowering women everywhere.
But we need to
globally.
know, since we have Ian on, is there any really good stories from the past that you guys are willing to share with everyone today?
Oh my.
I mean, like,
Well, now that you say that, as his friend, I cannot answer that question.
Go ahead. What do you got? What do you got?
Oh, I got a lot.
Oh, do
No. He's so great. Like, and we were honestly, like, outside of work, we were really good friends. Like, we used to go out and hang out, and he's a good boy. He's a mad dancer, I gotta tell you. You still are, though. But he used to bust out some moves.
I can say this. First of all, people don't know, but you're beautiful on screen, but you're hotter in person.
Thank you.
And we need more Maria Conchita Alonsos in this world.
I think so.
You do. You give your heart. You have this talent, but you give and give, and you help people.
Because if people knew how good it feels when you help when you are saving a life and you're helping to save a life. If they knew how good it feels,
it
it's
feels
just
better
even to
than
make you feel good.
I know.
You're going to make me cry now.
No, that's okay. It's okay.
It's the truth.
Mic check, mic check. Hello, welcome to Sadie Says. It's about to be an amazing show. Our guest today is myself, Scott Matheson. This is my host, Sadie. Thanks so much for having me today, Sadie. It's wonderful to be here.
Well, thank you so much for coming and doing my job for me.
Hey, no problem. You know, I'm really excited about it. I love going on shows and taking over as the host. It's really fun.
I really love it. I'm just going to sit back. If you could just ask yourself and answer some questions.
I'm going to ask myself some questions. You can just kind of sit there and react with your face as I go through my...
We kind of like having her here. Yeah, she's like, so much good morning, LALALAND. We've got things to do.
Room to your set today.
That's right. I love that.
So tell us about the proper way to actually taste this wine.
Put it in your mouth. I love you. That's my kind of wine maker.
LOL. As you can see, we have a lot of fun here at EverTalk TV, and I'm so excited to share this journey experience with you. Visit evertalktv.com for your free 30-day subscription. EverTalk TV, anytime, anywhere. What an incredible week here at EverTalk TV. I'm Jasmine Moyer, and we'll see you next time. Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLaLand. I'm so excited to welcome Faye and Hisham to the show. They are the co-founders of the Royals Paris and two of the most fabulous people I have ever met.
They are killing it right now, right? Just killing it.
You guys are definitely looking like royals.
Nice.
Your outfits are amazing.
And you truly do embody that je ne sais quoi. How would you define that?
I like that. I like that. We're actually just we're going with our own style. We don't try to fit in, really. We're trying to go with the different. And that's where comes the Royals, where we're actually just having our own lifestyle and hoping that people embrace it.
But not only do you have your own lifestyle, it's truly inspirational. Because when you walk in a room, people think, ooh, I wish I could do something like that. It's almost like empowering people through your fashion choices.
Exactly. Actually, that's why we called it the Royals, because we are beyond like just a fashion house or fashion trend. We're like trying to give people fashion and lifestyle, which is royal, because in French we say c'est royal for whatever is beyond top, beyond beautiful. We say c'est royal. So that's what we're trying to give out to people. And
I just wish I could speak in French. Beautiful.
Hang over with us some more.
It's the most beautiful language. It really is.
He sounds better in French, huh?
Everything's better in French.
We're cussing you out, you wouldn't even know it.
Beautiful lifestyle. So tell us about, your fashion house in Paris and now your home here in Beverly Hills.
Yes, so we basically started in Paris, this whole adventure, but somehow through the whole time and since the beginning, we always had LA in our mind, especially Beverly Hills. So that was the goal, and we decided about 2 years ago to actually jump in and just do it. And it was such an amazing journey. It was such a dream come true, and we love how people embrace our style here and how they love the change that we're bringing here to Beverly Hills. And as you said, like empowering people, that's like one of the main things that we're aiming for. And with our lifestyle, with our fashion, it just makes people feel like more confident, and
We talk about that a lot on the show, about your brand and how it really becomes not only just your social media and your logo, but it literally becomes who you are and what you're wearing, everything. Exactly. So how do you take somebody and how do you find out what that specific unique expression is for them?
Actually, the moment we look at somebody, it's just like when you are a designer, you look at people and right away in your mind, you define what's gonna suit them, what suits their skin color, the shape of their body, their style even, and how to make them even more comfortable with their own style, but on a royal lifestyle. So that's how we do, and it's spontaneous actually.
And I can speak from personal experience. I walked into the shop, and it's as gorgeous and fabulous, and just even the walls and the art as what they're wearing. So you can imagine, I step off the sidewalk of Beverly Hills and into this like glamour house, and they pulled off this blush pink little like dress that had feathers on the bottom, and I was like, this is what I want to wear for eternity. Like, if I have to wear one dress for the rest of my being, my soul could wear this. And then I wore it on the red carpet at the La Jolla Fashion Film Festival. It was beautiful. Thank you so much. But it was a really innate ability in them to see something that spoke so deeply to me.
Yeah, yeah, that's sorry. That's actually the minute you walked in. Also, like, we have our own intake on things as well, like your personality, your the way you look, the way you move, all of that goes into place for us to, like, you know, pick the right outfit for you. And that dress, I feel like, just represents you. And it's funny they say, like, to wear it for the rest of your life, because it just, like, it's you. It's fun. it's chic. Yeah, and it's you know, just like easy. You can, like, go grocery shopping with it and then go to Grammys.
I would! Is that a gift you're born with, or is that something that you've cultivated over the years?
I think it's gifted because it's something that you cannot learn. You know, I always say 2 things you cannot learn. How to be classy, unfortunately either you are or you're not, and to have a good taste. Either you have. I'm so sorry, but you know, you can polish it over years just by having people around you, a specific kind of people. But I mean, all in all, you have it or you don't. So I think it's gifted. I think so. Well, can you
tell?
But yeah,
you don't. I mean, it's definitely something that, as you said, like, that's something that you develop through the years. But there is obviously, like, the talent and the gift in the beginning. But it's always work in progress, and you will always get inspired. We always learn something new every day. So yeah.
But you have the good eye too, because when you came to the store, you were not supposed to know, but in fact it's our universe, because everything you saw at the store, even the displays, the wall, the flower, every single detail, we designed it. So it's really our universe. We wanted to make sure that anybody gonna come to the fashion house will feel royal and will feel that he's at the Royals.
I was born to be royal.
You are.
Don't we all?
I love it. Well, and we're so excited to celebrate the launch of the Marie Westwood magazine in just a couple days. So tell us a little bit about the issue and why you're hosting it at the Royals.
Yeah, actually, this is very exciting. So this is the magazine. It's the Royals on the cover with the Hananoka. So she's gracing the cover with our couture.
She was gracing our couch yesterday on the show.
Yeah, I saw that blue. It's so good on
Gorgeous.
Yeah. So we're very excited about this. We're doing an event where it's our anniversary of the Royals, and also the cover of Marie Westwood, which is such a great, like, combination of things to celebrate. So we're very excited about that. It's going to be at the Royals, and we cannot have you all, and we're going to be, like, all glammed up and ready to party.
We might have to come before and get some outfits.
You're welcome. See, here we go. You're all welcome.
I learned from the best over here, so just strike a deal on camera. You heard them. I'm just kidding.
No, get it on camera. You get that
well, thank you so much for always being so kind and welcoming and generous. Absolutely
Thank
fabulous.
you so much.
Tell everyone where they can find and follow you.
Yes.
Well, we have the store on 350 North Cannon Drive in Beverly Hills. Of course, we have the store in Paris, but for the one in the USA, we are in Beverly Hills, so please come. You're more than welcome. We'll style you, and we'll have fun.
That's perfect. And you can also find you on Instagram as well.
Correct. So Instagram is at the Royals Paris, and at Faye Riviere for her, and Hisham Benz for me. Yeah. So.
Thank you both so much. We'll see you on Wednesday. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more. Good morning, LaLaLand.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I'm Kimberly Chang, and I'm a woman warrior.
And then another one, nonsense. I'm just kidding. You guys are all so newsy. I'm like, who was that? Was that Liberty?
Do you want the definition of a woman warrior?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask. Oh, I'm definitely. She's like,
okay.
Give me the question. So it could be resilience.
No, I was just gonna say that.
Okay, great. Done. Done. That's a great one. Woo! Love that.
We're going to keep it real on Sweat with Soul. That's a wrap.
Okay. I said Dr. Bishop. I'm just having fun. This is so hard. What else do I need to do? Oh. That's my life. That's funny. No, can we start all over? That's too much talking. Do I just talk again? That was so hard. Thank you.
Sharon Levy is in the house to help us learn how to transform and live a sexy life.
Sexy, strong life.
There you go.
Right? Inside and outside, right? You need both, yes.
Well, I love the jackets. You're feeling pretty sexy and strong.
I'm so glad I wore it on the day the Royals came. Right? I could have been in a sweatshirt.
It's so true. We couldn't have had that happen. So you have such an incredibly inspiring personal journey of transformation. Would you mind sharing that with us today?
I'll share a little bit with you because I actually, you know, the big story, breast cancer. You wake up and you think that you're sexy and strong. You've got like a 4-6 pack of abs, right? And then all of a sudden you have breast cancer. So how does that happen? And actually I kept my story quiet. Just kind of shared it with my family and my doctors, one friend, because you were talking earlier about how it's so important how people see you, right? And how they reflect that on you. So I really needed everybody to see me as healthy. And so that was really a strong part of my healing journey. And the real, I think the real win for me was a real big wake up. That we have to spend more time on the inside. And I really had to, in order to repair myself, I had to take my whole body apart, system by system, organ by organ, and then just put myself back together again. And we have such brilliant tests that we can actually see through our plasma or blood that there's no metastatic cancer tumor cells left in your body.
Wow.
And then you can really continue to live, right?
Congratulations.
Without fear. So thank you.
So you're a walking miracle, and we always say that miracles are only glitches in our current belief system. But what is it that you actually did? What was your process for that?
Well, what I do at Sexy Strong Life as a practitioner is you stop guessing. That's really the process, is stop guessing. Stop guessing if you should be a vegetarian, a vegan, a paleo, a keto, right? Stop guessing. We were talking about epigenetics earlier. We actually have nutrigenomics, which is what is the nutrition under your genetic expression. And so in my practice, we look at your nutrigenomics and to see what your real diet is for you. For me, for many years, being a vegan and vegetarian was really my downfall. That was weakening my system because I can't transfer plant-based nutrients into what I need to function. So nutrigenomics, not only how you should eat, but how you should exercise, how your DNA can express and repair itself, how your hormones are set to function. So learn that first.
If somebody would want to figure out their nutrigenomics, what would they do? What is step one?
Step one is a swab test and then a 50-page report, and then you have someone like me that can help you translate that into function and how you should live. That's step one. Step two is then, now you know how to eat, what do you have? What do you have in your body? What nutrients actually exist in your body? Don't look at 4, look at 46 of those nutrients and see what you have in your body. And what you don't have, then fill it up. Fill it up either with nutrition or fill it up with supplementation, but fill it up because that's what turns off those signals, those indicator lights that are telling you to wake up and pay attention. You know, when you jerk, when you fall asleep, that's your body saying, hello, I need more nutrients. You know, when you don't remember your dreams. Yes.
Oh my gosh, I jerk all of the time.
Really?
I do.
I
had no idea that was a thing. I thought it was my body trying to wake itself back up. I was like,
no, your body is
embarrassing.
flipping switches all the time, and we think that these symptoms are just common and normal, but they're just common. They're just absolutely not normal.
So, I mean, I'm a true believer that, of course, nutrition is imperative.
Yes.
But it's like, I remember one day thinking, what's worse, a candy bar or getting extremely upset? And the upset is way more. So, of course, dealing with, you know, my father's a naturopath also, and people can have all the great nutrition in the world, but if their body won't absorb it, right? So a lot of that has to do with stress and being, right? So how do you play, how do you?
That's a level of it, and I absolutely hear what you're saying. We need to first know who we are. We need to first know how we eat. We have to de-stress. We have to have love and engagement. All of that's a part of it. But then there's this whole world, our microbiome going on inside of us.
You have ding-dongs if you really have a lot of love, right? I'm just kidding.
Some people can detoxify those ding-dongs, and some people can't. And that's why George Burns, you know, I'm dating myself, but like George Burns, 97, smoking a cigar.
So awesome.
His genes can detoxify. My genes couldn't, and that was a problem for me. Even though I thought I was healthy, my genes just couldn't.
So you're saying if you're a drug addict or ex-alcoholic like he was, because it was like he got over that, and then he was able to detox faster, maybe because his body was so used to
he has the
toxins.
genetic capability to take
amazing.
those metals and toxins and put them down phase 3 pathway.
that makes so much sense though, because I've looked at men and women, I think, well, if they can do it, I should be able to do that too.
Interesting.
That's
And I
the
just
trap. That's the trap. You have to know we live in this beautiful world where we can absolutely know who we are and how we function, and we can look at our microbiome and we can see who's in charge.
That's such a gift.
Interesting, yeah.
Huge. And I had to see who was in charge. Was there a parasite, pathogen? Was I able to absorb that nutrition like you were talking about? Who's in charge? And fix that. That was phase 3. Remove my food intolerances. I had to remove the, you know, the mercury in my mouth, and dental hygiene is really important. It's a bad bacteria that goes everywhere in your body and causes chaos. So that was another step for me. And then certainly, you know, love and looking at my estrogen pathway. We can do that now, and you should do that too. Men should do that. But look at your estrogen pathway and see if your estrogen is going down a pathway that causes harm and potentially breast cancer. And if it does, then fix it early on. Don't
Brilliant.
wait.
I love this. I think it's so important. All this. It's very fascinating.
There's a misconception that anything, lifestyle or nutrition, is a one-size-fits-all remedy, but it's a customizable approach that you need to take.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You nailed it. You have to customize who you are, repair your body, and then maybe you can have that Snickers bar.
That's right. Every once in a while.
Right? Because 90% of our serotonin is happening in our gut. Maybe your gut wants a Snickers bar.
I'm just joking.
I know. I think prevention is key too, because so many times, especially in the American culture, we're not getting treated until we are too far down the line, until we are too sick. And we're not preventing.
Yep, I love that you said that, because I just want to put the big buzz out there that that mammogram and that ultrasound, that's detection. I did those for 7 years. Our imagery cannot see it until it's 90 trillion cells. Like that's detection. What you said is the money. It's prevention. It's learning who you are, cleaning house, filling your voids, and preventing future disease. I do not think that we have to grow old and have a disease. I think we can grow old and close our eyes.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
And check out.
And not twitch to sleep.
And not twitch to sleep. No, that's an indicator light. Turn that off.
Right.
Turn that off.
That's right. Thank you so much for all your work. It's so important for everyone.
It's my pleasure, truly. Sexy Strong Life to all of you, really.
Tell people where they can find you.
Oh, sexystronglife.com is where you can reach me. I'm on Instagram at SherryLevy_Journey to Organic, which was my first founding. You have to like start clean. You can also find me on Facebook at Sexy Strong Life and Journey to Organic.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
My
so
pleasure.
Stay tuned.
much.
We'll be right back.
Such a pleasure. Thank you.
Where can you watch the stories of people changing the world? EverTalk TV, the Netflix of talk. I'm Jessica Moyer, the co-founder and host of EverTalk TV, and I am thrilled to introduce you to America's first live video streaming talk show network. EverTalk is a platform that offers insight, inspiration, and thought-provoking conversations on positivity, wellness, Insta-fame, and empowerment, all while celebrating the trials and triumphs of those who are truly igniting a change in the world.
I was really surprised and I was really thankful for how well it was received.
That's where your supernatural powers come on. That's where the magic happens. That's where you live heaven on earth.
I was left to research everything on my own because I'm like, nothing else outside of me is helping me right now. I have to figure this out.
When we want folks to be good teammates or to be leaders, you confront behavior, you don't confront personalities.
These talk shows are hosted by your favorite television personalities, celebrity entrepreneurs, and social media superstars. New binge-worthy content is added daily with exclusive access to featured products, services, and experiences available to you in the Ever Shop.
We have a universal sign to say it's okay to take a nap.
Yeah.
Like the universe is saying, please chill out a little bit, you know? So
Right.
we need to listen to that.
Well, Jessamine, you are absolutely beautiful, and you don't have to try at all. It's like I walked in this morning, you're the first person I met, I went, she is absolutely drop-dead gorgeous. And
Tell me more.
As you said, pick up the phone, like turn that text, before you turn it into a date, let's turn it into a phone call.
These talk shows are hosted by your favorite television personalities, celebrity entrepreneurs, and social media superstars. New binge-worthy content is added daily with exclusive access to featured products, services, and experiences available to you in the Ever Shop. EverTalk is #community powered, and we are excited to offer you a free 30-day subscription to explore the talk shows that will bring you timeless entertainment that will inspire, uplift, and empower you anytime, anywhere on EverTalk TV, your home for talk. Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LALALAND. I'm so excited to welcome to the show Haley Sahar. She is star on FX, on Freeform, and in life. Actress, advocate, thank you so much for all the light you shine.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me. Thank you so much.
Love it. How's your Valentine's week going for you?
Actually, I'm working this week. I'm working, so that's good though, because I love what I do. So
all right.
it's good.
Let's talk about what you're doing, the roles that you're currently playing that are transgender,
Yes.
right?
Yes. So currently I am on FX Pose with Ryan Murphy, and I'm also on Freeform's Good Trouble. So on both shows I play a woman of trans experience, that's my experience in real life. So it's been a pretty incredible journey, just navigating through life as a woman of trans experience. From my background as a multiracial woman and also a preacher's kid, it's been very difficult.
Wow.
So being able to dive into my real personal life and find my characters has been nothing more than a blessing, honestly.
Wow. So what's the experience been like?
Oh gosh. Well, I think that's for another segment. It's been so rough. It's been so difficult, but I think just being a woman of trans experience, being able to represent a whole community of people, that alone has been just incredible for me to do.
And what about that community do you hope these roles shed light on?
Well, I hope that everyone's able to see the similarities that we all have. We're all human at the end of the day. You know, I always say life is so short. It's like a piece of glass. If I took some glass and I dropped it, it would shatter. That's our lives. Meaning our lives could be over at any moment, right? So I hope that in the stories that we're telling on FX and also Freeform, other people are able to see us as human and just humanize us as people that just want love, just want freedom, and just to be peaceful and happy.
Amen to
Yeah,
that.
it's very simple. It's very simple. Yeah.
You know, I would say I'm not a man, I'm not a woman, I'm not even this body. I'm a spiritual
Yeah.
being. So I just I don't even get the whole thing. Why?
Yeah.
You know, it's like everyone should have love, and it doesn't really
It's just
matter
love.
what form
It's
it
just
comes in.
Yeah. I think it's. Oh, sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
you're good. Have you found that with your trans experience and some of the adversity you've faced, that you've been able to draw on that in terms of your acting career?
Of course,
Yeah.
definitely. Everything is making sense now, because I was always like, well, why was I given this life? Why wasn't I just born a cisgender woman? But I understand it now. because now I have a story to tell and I have something to fight for. I think that there's always a movement going on, and I think that I'm a part of that movement. And had I not been born in the way that I was born, I wouldn't be a part of this movement that is pushing genuine, authentic love.
Just incredible.
Right.
You started as a WNBA kid dancer, right?
I did.
So talk to us a little bit about that.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, so my grandmother used to take me to all of the Sparks games, and I was one of those kids that had like made posters, and I wanted to be a Sparks kid because that's their halftime show. So I would hold up the signs, and I was like, hey. And so when I finally became of age, I auditioned. I didn't get it, but I kept going after it, and I finally got it, and that was my first job in high school.
Wow, incredible.
Amazing.
Did that kid know that you would be in this position now in your life? Did you have that kind of faith even at that age? Or?
I had these really extraordinary dreams, and I always knew I was going to do something that was important. I didn't know in what form that would be in. I was always an entertainer because I started off dancing when I was really young, so I didn't put two and two together. But as I got older, I was like, aha. I'm always having aha moments. So I know I was going to do something, but I didn't know it was going to be this way.
Fascinating. What would you tell that little kid now? What would you say?
You go, girl.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. Good. So what are you most excited about?
I am excited about getting back to work on Pose. We were on a 6-month break. We just wrapped up for Good Trouble. That was incredible. We're getting back to Pose though, and I'm really excited to get back to the East Coast where we film out in New York. So I'm really looking forward to seeing my cast members and everyone.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Love it.
Well, tell everyone where they can find and follow you and support your cause.
Definitely. You can find me at my Instagram, Hailey Sahar. That is HAILIESAHR, sorry. And you can also find me on my website, spelled the exact same way.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the show. Today we have Life Master Tony Lanny. Today we have a very special guest, Alan Torres. Today we have a very special guest, Mark Harari, on the show, and he is you have really inspired me because you walk the walk, you talk the talk.
It's never too late, no matter what your age. Doesn't matter if you're young, it doesn't matter if you're older.
You know, over the last 10 plus years, 12 years, it's been this journey where as I was continuing to help others, I was helping myself. You know, as I went deeper, I was able to bring people deeper.
But you've got to put it aside. You've got to put it aside.
That's one of his tips, is leave the at the door.
Drop it at the door.
But we can't give you too many more little tips because we're going to give away the whole thing. But there is a video if you click below.
I'm Life Master Tony Lanny.
Yay! See how easy that was? Mwah. Hi everyone, I'm Tanya Memi, and I'm the founder of Life Masters. Life Masters is an online platform where you can have access to people who are passionate, positive thinkers, and want to help people live better lives. About a year ago, I was searching for anything or anyone to help me get through a really tough time in my life. And I just couldn't find the results, I couldn't find the information I needed, especially all in one place. So I created Life Masters. Life Masters has some of the best healers, experts, mentors, life coaches, all in one place so you can indulge yourself in positive, meaningful, impactful information designed to help you live your best life. These are good people devoted to making a difference in the lives of others. I'm Tanya Memi, and welcome to Life Masters.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. 'Tis the season of award-winning films. We have Eduardo and Marta in the house representing Madre. Congratulations on the massive success this film has had. We know you just won 9 Goyas in Spain, correct?
Yeah. Wow. Congratulations.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So tell us about this film and what it means to each of you.
Well,
okay.
This was our first short film from our production company. It was written like several years ago, but it was like 2 years ago that we had the chance to produce it. And well, Rodrigo is a great director, and the short film has been incredibly successful, not only in Spain, of course. The first year it was very successful in Spain, and then the next year we went internationally and have won like 110 awards with this short film.
110?
Yes, yes, it is.
Wow. Not playing around.
Really amazing. It's like first short film and everything goes well.
So what about this film makes it such a festival darling? Why do people love it so much?
I don't know. I think the most interesting thing is that the way the short film was shot, it was in one continuous take. So the viewer is living the same feeling as the mother, because the entire film is about a phone call. So you are living with her, the emotion she's going through.
Right. Did you know? You know, when sometimes projects come, you know, through, and you just know, you're like, oh yeah, this is. We just know we have something here. How did you know? What was it?
Well, as I told you, the project was written like several years ago, and the moment Rodrigo wrote it, we loved it, and we have been partners for a very long time, and only we weren't that able to produce a short film at that time. So we knew that was something really good, and it really connects with everybody's feelings and everybody's emotions. It's like a regular mother that receives a call that changes her life forever, and you really connect with that universal feeling of fear about what can happen to your kids. So we knew it was very, very well written, and that Rodrigo had the ability to shoot it the way it has been shot.
We have a sneak peek. Let's take a look.
¿Estás solo? ¿No habéis ido con nadie? ¿Estás solo en la playa? Sí. Vamos a ver. ¿Hay mucha gente en la playa? ¿Ahí dónde estás? Dime quién hay.
No hay nadie.
¿No ves a nadie?
No.
Iván, ¿la playa está vacía?
Sí.
Iván, ¿te estás quedando sin batería? Mira la pila del teléfono. ¿Cuántas rayitas tiene?
Espera. Queda una.
That one
Left me
single
hanging.
shot, though, with that voice is so ominous. You're right, it does play to that universal fear.
Yes, exactly. That's what it is, and the power of imagination, of the viewer imagination, because you only see the mother in the short film. You only see Marta and, well, her mother too. There are two actresses there, and they are having like a everyday conversation, and suddenly they receive this call, and of course you go through all the panic, through all the fear that she's living at the moment. Well, I'm sure you can you can say a lot of things about it.
But beyond the fear, there's a lot of glitz and glam in La La Land for red carpet season. So what's that been like for you to do this press circuit, to celebrate, to be included on some of the most coveted red carpets in the world?
Yeah, it's amazing.
She's like, yeah, she's not a big deal. She's like, no, it's really amazing.
Yeah, I feel so honored to be here, to be able to tell us that the main thing for us, beside that, is that the short film is the first scene of a feature film that we already finished. So we can tell you. That's amazing too.
That's really exciting.
Yeah.
This is like a great platform for the feature film so people know about the existence of the short film and also about the feature film. You know, if we have the chance.
Great
to,
hook.
Yes,
Yeah.
great hook. Exactly,
Yeah.
that's the word.
I love that.
We didn't have that in mind when we shot the short film, but then afterwards, Rodrigo had the idea of the feature film, and it's great.
So you've both had successful careers in the filmmaking business, and I wonder what it is about each of you, maybe your mindset, that has allowed you to be so successful. What do you think it is?
Well, I speak for myself. I don't know about Marta here, but in our case, it's a combination of, I guess, talent, but most of all, hard work. It's like if you keep working and working and working, and you go through this business, and people start to know that you work well, and that you can make things happen. So if you always keep on that line, well, it's like it will eventually arrive.
Yeah. I heard a great quote once, which I love, which is that success is largely a matter of holding on after everyone else has let go.
Exactly. It's like I started to be successful when I started to work like 14 hours a day. So that's
it's amazing, huh?
Yes.
All of a sudden you experience more success with more work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. For me, it's the same. If you keep on your dream, finally, in some time, you are get closer and closer and closer.
Yeah, you will eventually have the chance.
Yes.
What is your dream? What do you want to be known for, Marta?
I would like to play complex role and work with people that I admire, and there are a lot of those here in Hollywood. So I don't know. For me, the main thing is to be involved with all my passion and work with people that I admire.
I love it. I love it. So where can people find you? Where can they find the short film?
Where can they find?
Where can they find you guys, your personal journeys? Your social media.
Ah, okay. Where can they find us?
Yes.
Like you're sitting right here.
Yes.
Good morning, LALALAND.
They can find us. We have our website. The short film website is mother line. Shortfilm.com. And then you can find us as well at www.caballofilms, which is like horse films, is the name of our company.com. And our social media are always related to Caballo Films or Mother Short Film, and you may find us there and find everything you want about us.
Well, best of luck this award season. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
Stay tuned. We'll be back with more on Good Morning La La Land.
Thank you.
Welcome to your home for talk. I'm Jezza Moyer, and this is Ever Talk TV, America's first live streaming video talk show platform. This week on Ever Talk, our shows were filled with positivity, enlightenment, insta fame, insta scandals, and binge-worthy conversations. Let's take a look.
Today's guest dislikes titles. Although he is an amazing, talented actor and a real-life Viking, he prefers to be valued by how many belly laughs he can get you to have in the shortest amount of time.
Hi everyone, I'm Erin Ziering, and this is the Housewives of Hollywood. You might think you know the Housewives, but it's not rosé all day, Pilates, and finding the best nannies. It's women supporting women, and today I have a very special guest, and we might have to change the name just to Housewives of Beverly Hills for Tori Spelling. Tori, thank you so much for coming on. Oh my gosh, anything for you.
We kind of like having her here.
Yeah, she's like, so much Good Morning LALALAND. We've got things to do.
room to your set today.
That's right.
I love that.
So tell us about the proper way to actually taste this wine.
Put it in your mouth. I love you. That's my kind of winemaker.
LOL. As you can see, we have a lot of fun here at Ever Talk TV, and I'm so excited to share this journey experience with you. Visit evertalktv.com for your free 30-day subscription. Ever Talk TV, anytime, anywhere. What an incredible week here at Ever Talk TV. I'm Jezza Moyer, and we'll see you next time.
Serena DC is here to grace us with your presence. Thanks
for having me back.
Right?
She's back.
She's back.
So you've had incredible success and notoriety from Netflix's Instant Hotel, but it hasn't all been positive for you. So tell us about how the trolling and the haters have been a transformational journey.
Sure, it has been a really, really surprising experience. When I went into the whole reality TV zone, I never expected to be trolled. I think anyone that gets into reality TV thinks, this is my moment, I'm going to be a star. And then you start getting all of the hateful texts and all of the messages into your Instagram, and it can be pretty soul destroying. But I guess, you know, after a lot of reflection, I've been able to accept trolling because I understand where it comes from.
So where do you think it comes from?
So, you know, a lot of psychologists believe that when you're watching a reality show, you'll find somebody on the show that you really relate to. And so if the person you really relate to isn't getting on well with, say, me, then you take that on board personally. And so for me, it was just understanding that all my trolls have been just people that have mirrors, and they have mirrors with other characters on the show, and they see me maybe being nasty to somebody as being nasty to them.
That's so interesting. It's like they don't have their own identity. They're identifying with whatever characters on the show. Interesting.
Correct. And it's also just been a really crazy situation too, because some of the things that I get, like I have children, and I'll get people into my inbox saying, you know, I hope your children die, or you know, they'll say things to me like, you're obese and you're fat and you've got a ugly nose. And you know, again, initially when it started to happen, I'm like, oh my God, I am fat. Oh my God, you know, and I really took those things on board. But you know, a lot of soul searching, and I've been able to like get to a place where I'm cool with it.
It's kind of wild, right? I know I can speak for Laurel House and myself. I can't speak for Dr. Darcy, but when we did Famously Single, we were getting, I mean, the most insane, outrageous hate mail.
Yeah.
It's, you know, and it's unbelievable that people have that much unhappiness inside, and they're so willing and wanting to sort of project it onto you.
Yeah.
How did you navigate that in a way that was constructive and peaceful for you personally?
Sure. Well, and it's the same with having depression. A lot of people internalize depression and nobody will even know that they have depression, and then all of a sudden a suicide will happen or an awful event. So for me, when it came to trolling, I decided to be very open about it and not hide it, but share it. And so you may have seen on my socials, whenever I get trolled by somebody, I pop it up there in the spotlight. And you know, if it was Jenny123, I'm like, gee, Jenny123, thank you so much for your feedback. Thank you for telling me I'm fat. That was excellent. And I've started to find now that because I shine a light on these trolls, I don't get trolled anymore.
That's interesting. Wow.
I think people know now that you can't hide in the shadows. You cannot hide in my DMs.
But I think it's that you actually say thank you and then you just showcase it instead of like lashing back.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Because years ago I used to get some people and I would not lash back, but I'd try and like, you know, complete the cycle in a comment, and it just would make it worse.
So much worse.
So I would just not even think it, or I just heart them or do whatever, and it just would like, they wouldn't get that. They needed to engage, right?
Yeah.
So how do you do that? I mean, like on a daily, do you have to really get grounded and like not?
Well, you know, nowadays I guess I just ignore them. You know, before I used to be really quite invested. But one thing that I find is, you know, for instance, somebody will say something about my nose, like, oh, you know, your nose is ugly or whatever. Then you go to their profile and it's a girl that's got the biggest nose in the world. And so sometimes I'll say, I've been to your profile, I've seen your nose, you have a very big nose. I think it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And we're actually big nose sisters, darling. Little things like that, you know, or if people have said things like, oh, you're a very mean person, you know, I think you're an effing bee. It's sort of like, okay, but you're the person that just stalked me on my socials, went into my DMs, and then called me an effing bee.
Is that funny? You spot it, you got it, like we talked about earlier, right?
It's just hypocrisy, mirrors.
It's interesting too that you're pointing out something, you know, so we often talk about like post-traumatic stress disorder when there's something very traumatic that happens to a person. But post-traumatic growth is a much more common phenomenon, and what you're sharing here is post-traumatic growth, that you actually sound much more sort of comfortable in your own skin and much more unconditionally self-loving. Have you found that to be the case, that you've sort of deepened in your self-love as a result of these trolls?
I love that I was trolled. I absolutely love that I was trolled, because it made me do some serious soul searching. And you know, I am very happy in my skin and happy with the way that I look. I mean, God, whoever that is, whoever he, she, whatever it is, gave me this vessel for a reason. For a reason. I'm meant to look this way and no other way.
And you look gorgeous.
And if some people don't like the way that I look, then that's totally fine.
But it's a great development. I mean, to be on that platform and we really believe that life is working for us, not against us. And that is developing you in ways that you never even would ever develop. I mean, what a great class.
Lately I've been thinking that, you know, part of our journey is actually wondering, why have I been put into this vessel? Why do I look exactly like this? What type of men will be attracted to me because I look this way? What type of women will be, you know what I mean? And it's like identifying the fact that your vessel has a purpose, I think is really powerful.
And it's a message I feel like we all need to sort of talk about, and it's a conversation that we all need to have. I know you have an event that you want to talk about tonight, right?
I do. So it's a really fun event at the Lazarus Experience, which is down in DTLA. And basically we have a panel. We're all getting together and talking about love, the philosophy behind love. What is love? It's called Let's Taco About Love, and there's actually going to be some tacos available. So if anyone wants to come down and talk about some loving, deep stuff, then come on down.
Love it.
I've always felt the fastest way to my heart is through my mouth.
Yeah.
Through food.
Yeah.
So without that, yes, absolutely fantastic.
Well, thank you so much for coming back and sharing your transformational story
Thanks
with
for
us.
having me.
Remind everyone where they can find and follow you.
Yes, so you can go to Instagram and check me out at I am Serena DC. And love and light, everybody. Have a great morning.
Thank you.
Stay tuned. It's going to be a good morning, La La Land.
Yeah.
All about transformation here on Transformation Tuesday. Good morning, LALALAND. Live from Los Angeles. The question today, we've been talking a lot about transforming your inner circle in ways that inspires, uplifts, and supports you and your dreams. And so I wonder for each of you, who has been most instrumental and who's been most helpful in you becoming who you are today?
I can go. My mommy, of course.
Grab that microphone.
My mommy.
Yeah.
My mommy has been my biggest influence and my #1 fan and my biggest supporter. I'm really blessed to have her.
Shout out to all the moms.
I think for me, it was my children. My children really inspired me to transform and to make sure that I was going to be here for their graduation and their wedding and their children. So that was very transformative.
Phenomenal. Thank you.
I would say my mom. Yeah, my mom is definitely one of my biggest inspirations in life, and she made me the man I am today. And Faye. She's one of she inspires me every day too, so,
Well, actually, following up on this, I'm gonna say it now. No, I have to. Actually, I've already said it. No. But seriously, like if it was not with him, I would never do that. Really, I love passion. I have the passion for the fashion. But if it was not really doing that with him, I wouldn't do that because it's a lot of work and you need like a partner that understands, that has the same artistic vision, and we do. So that's a unbreakable duo.
Love it.
But yeah, I got inspired by my parents because my parents always pushed me since I was very, very young to the excellence. They don't like mediocrity, so at school I had to be first at school, not in class. So I've always wanted the best, wanted to be the best because I've always been pushed to be the best. So I think that's where it's coming.
Phenomenal.
Well, for me, there's this little person that lives inside me, and we all have the same little person living inside us. And for me, it's all about listening to that voice and letting it guide you. You are your own inspiration.
Fantastic. Love that.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen. Thank you all for being an inspiration, every one of us, and to all of you. We are Good Morning La La Land, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. And you can listen to all these interviews available as a podcast on iTunes.
That's right. We're waking up the world together. Have a great Transformation Tuesday. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and follow these divine individuals.
It's going to be a good morning, La La Land.